in a weird way, I had to sort of just free myself up to believe that it was okay to be stupid or dumb.
To be a moron.
Yeah.
To be moronical.
Exactly. To be a moron.
An imbecile.
Yeah.
Like the dumbest motherfucker that ever lived.
This is Awkward Occurrence or Awkward Entertainment. So I'm going to continue to look at some comments by Berry supporters. I don't want to call them exactly Berry supporters. Let's just call them non-believers of Berry Murphy. I don't know, they're just non-believers. How about that? Anyway, this person has a weird name, generic name, but let's read this. I just thought it was interesting. I don't think Andy Mormon approves of this channel. Again, here is his quote with PE. And PE would be Profiling Evil. That's another YouTube channel. I'm not going to read this whole quote. So basically, this is on Plunder's channel. Basically, they're saying Andy Mormon doesn't approve of YouTube creators who talk about Berry Morphew being a suspect, or just people, period, talking about Suzanne. This is just crazy because the evidence, she took this whole conversation out of context. And she tried to make the claim that Andy Mormon doesn't approve of YouTube creators. So I'm not going to read this. You can clearly see what it says yourself. And it says nothing about not liking YouTube. I mean, Andy Mormon was on YouTube interviewing with Profiling Evil and the Draper brothers. So, again, let's just read the comments. Let's continue. It's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. Oh my God. Let's go look at these Berry supporters go for a retard. Oh my gosh. Anyway, this is Little Kev. No one cares. Yeah, she did take that out of context. Let's go. She says freedom is not the same as license. Freedom is never licensed to do harm. Okay, you're not doing harm by I'm not doing harm by coming on YouTube, giving my opinion about what's going on in a national news case that people in the case themselves have already done interviews and have gotten so much attention. I don't get it. There go another hater. No one approves of this channel, but then again, perhaps Anna should tell the truth too. I don't know what they're talking about. Here go crazy talking some more. Let's just find some more. Where to go, Brandy? Let's just find some more. Calling my name out. I think. They go crazy Brandy. They go Karen. They go Karen Brandy. Let's continue. Let's see. Berry so guilty. Let's see if we can find some more haters. I'm not gonna make this too long. So this entire video is just me ranting about people who don't believe with their own eyes what the story says. And the story says Berry Morphew is the suspect. But let's talk about this video. There's a video coming up, I believe the 25th. Is it the 25th or is it before the search? That might be today, the 23rd. Berry Morphew is going hunting today. Is he going hunting and not showing up to the video? Because if he showed up to the video, I'm pretty sure a lot of people would be yelling at him and throwing stuff at him. And it would be such a big scene that his bodyguards would have to rush him out of there, as if he has bodyguards. Or his friends would have to rush him out of there. He went for a retard, Berry Morphew, and said a while back his friend did 400 tours in Iraq or in the Middle East. That's for a retard. Let's just continue. Now, I'm looking for opposing views. I'm not looking for people who agree Berry is the mastermind behind his wife going missing. Because again, Barry hasn't dumped any bodies. If the body is in the cooler, they're going to be looking for coolers or coolers underground. But what are the odds Barry dumped the body just now in the area that people are going to be searching? And like magic, they find the body. It probably won't be in the cooler, but they find the body. And now Barry gets to go on with his life and collect whatever money is left to collect on Suzanne. Which probably won't play out like that. I'm telling you, if they find a body during the 6-day search, I'm telling you, right after they find that body, they should arrest Barry Murphy. Like, come on, dog. Now the body is out there. Even though they're searching a wider area, because it's going to be 6 days long. But come on, dog. Come on. Let's just keep going. I'm not going to make it too long. But Barry Murphy's motive is money. What would be the motive? Is money to kill your wife? Unless he's very sick in the head, he's deranged, or he's demon possessed or something. I don't think he's demon possessed or deranged or psychotic. You got to be psychotic to kill your wife for money or for any reason, but you can't blame the spirits, Barry. Okay, we've seen this in my last video. Let's go down. Can't blame the spirits, Barry. Yeah, we've seen that in my last video. I just hate how I edited my last video towards the end, because it cuts off and goes to the end in the middle of a sentence. Okay, do I want to speak on people who say you shouldn't report on true crime about people who aren't suspects if they haven't been named suspects by the police? Like, don't. That's one of the number one excuses they love to use. Like, well, police haven't named him as a suspect, so why are you talking about him? The family is grieving. Why are you talking about him? Really? Because the news is talking about him. Because the news is pointing fingers. Like, you don't. And the police are pointing fingers, virtue signaling. Like, come on. I'm still amazed at people not seeing how this story is playing out. You don't see that. I'm going to find at least one more Barry supporter in this article. At least one more. So what else is going on in the case? What else? That's about it. I mean, I'm pretty sure Jeff Puckett and Morgan Gentile are cleared. Pretty sure they're cleared. They're no longer people of interest. I'm thinking about the video Miss Amass did earlier today. And her video, it just covered everything we already knew. Him being at the hotel, him not having the right tools for the job site, there not being nothing scheduled at the job site for him to work on, even though it looks like the wall is messed up. Like, no one scheduled him to come fix it. That's what it seems like. What else? Miss Mask, she went into Holiday Inn. She didn't smell no chlorine. That's what I wanted to talk about. Thanks for reminding me. So let's start right here. Miss Mask went to the hotel. No chlorine smell in the hotel or in the rooms. Just when you open the pool door. Now let's go over to another person. This is a different person. Mass Therapist. Y'all remember Mass Therapist? The lady who gets drunk as HELL on her channel and does videos. I understand drinking one beer and doing a video, but she sounds like she down 3 24-ounce beers and just decided to jump on a video and just make a fool out of herself, just totally wasted like a college chick. And the beer she drinks is like 5.6% alcohol. Like, just don't come on doing videos if you're that wasted. Like, I don't get on wasted. I'll get on if I had one beer, but if I'm messed up like that, I'm not thinking about doing videos. I'm going to sleep. Just being honest. This is the Awkward Occurrence late night show. I'm like, come on. Just being honest, it's a late night show. Not coming on here toe up from the flow up, doing reports on the news. I'm like, no. I'll probably end up puking while I'm doing a report. I'm like, come on. I'm glad she doesn't do live streams yet. Anyway, let me get back on track, y'all. I just went off track. Mask Therapist went to the hotel. You go watch the video. When you look at her video, she walks straight into the hotel, turns around real quick, and says there's a strong smell of chlorine. And I just don't believe her. I just don't believe her. I know Jules from Another Day in a Car went to the hotel, but she didn't go inside. So, like, you have one person saying there's no smell in the lobby. And then you have this person who gets on their live stream drunk. Goes in the lobby, turns around real quick and says there's a smell of chlorine. I'm not saying Mass Therapist is up to something. I'm just saying she's up to something. Like, she's a funny character. She's a very funny character. Not ha funny, just funny. In detective terms, funny. Let's continue. Like, why did you have to lie to prove a point and say you smell chlorine in the lobby, but there was no chlorine in the lobby? You know? I'm not even going to speculate that Holiday Inn Express got rid of the chlorine smell in the lobby after Mass Therapist did her video. I'm not even going to speculate that. I'm just straight up not going to believe Mass Therapist because she came on drunk. Because she comes on drunk acting like a retard. Like, she goes for a retard sometimes. Oh, she'll be okay. I'm not calling her a retard. I'm saying she acts like a retard. That's my disclaimer to YouTube. I'm being critical of another creator. I'm just providing criticism. But YouTube would try to strike videos down for anything. Anything. Even if you use material that's not copyrighted, they will find a way to say it's copyrighted. Even though a dozen other people have that same video, have that same scene from a movie in their video, and they're not copyrighted. Let me continue. And the reason I'm rambling on is because, well, it's early in the morning, like 2 in the morning. It's officially late night, late night, so I guess I can talk to myself for prolonged periods of time. Just rant and rant and rant. Alright, let me find one more Berry supporter. I'm gonna stop ranting and get up out of here. Yeah, 2 people. Who was that? Miss Brandy was talking about the 2 people. She said the police chief talked about the 2 people. Man, I ain't heard nothing about no 2 people, y'all. I ain't seen no photo of two people. I ain't seen two people, nothing. I think in this video, Plunder even says a sighting of Suzanne was false in the neighborhood or in a town. There's no other two people. That's another lie, another belief. Berry supporters go for Retard for to try to cover for him. And their whole reason for supporting him is, well, he hasn't been named a suspect or whatever. Like, you're destroying his family by talking about them. Whatever. It's foolishness. It's called free speech, but this is foolishness. We don't live in China. We don't live in a communist state that oppresses its people, oppresses their thought and speech into zombies. You know, God gives you free will to think and speak. China doesn't give you free will to think and speak. So you can see how China is more like the devil than it is like our Father who art in heaven. Don't understand why people will want to visit China, but people do take vacations to China. They just arrested some tycoon. Well, he's worth a lot of money in China. They just arrested him for speaking against the president. Like, he actually got charged for going on TV, social media, for speaking against the president and having an opinion against the president. That was one of his charges. I'm like, that's come on, y'all. Let's try not to get America like that. Let's not go down that path China has gone down. Let's not. Okay, here go one. Okay, whatever your name is, Angie. However you say your name, Angie. Angie, Berry supporter. Let's go for a retard with her. Lauren isn't as innocent as you think. She left out important words of Berry's. Well, yeah, the hour and a half has been cut into clips by clips, interview by interview. By interview, she may release the full interview the end of this week, or she may chop it down into different parts. Let's just continue. She left out important words of Berry's, just like Profiling Evil did of what Jean had to say about Berry and the girls. That was good words. I don't watch Profiling Evil, so I don't know what Jean said. Andy supposedly had them removed. It was their excuse. But the way Chris is always bashing Berry, blaming Berry, I don't know. But I think it's very uncool to post a video about a missing person and only post what leans towards Berry's guilt, like he killed her, instead of anything else. Okay, for what, Angie doesn't have any other clues of what happened to Suzanne. The only clues that we're being given, the only clues that exist in this story is Berry Morphew is suspect number 1. That's the only clues. Let's continue, but I think I read that. I don't understand why this is happening in this case. Lynch and Berry, every poster on YouTube. Lynch and Berry, anyway, they need to correct their spelling and their grammar. Okay, so Lynch and Berry, every poster on YouTube has pitchforks and daggers, just like they did in the case of Heidi and Texas. If Shane Carey is the worst actor ever, worst actor is Shane Carey. That was horrible. On Heidi and Texas, and ended up not being a boyfriend, it was her best friend, and they had him lynched everywhere you returned. Everywhere you returned, they had him lynched. Not one positive word about that poor young man, and he didn't do it. Let me skim over this so y'all continue to read this Berry supporter comment. Well, I don't think we're going to find out Barry didn't do it. It's supposed to be about helping find Suzanne and helping find out who did it. You can't just find her and then not figure out who did it. There was still a crime committed if you find her dead. If you find her alive, she's either going to be in a dungeon or just like the Barry supporters love to say Suzanne ran away. One person said Suzanne ran away because her cancer came back and she didn't want to be a burden on her family. You see how people think? That's very crazy. Other people say she ran away because she got tired of Barry, but she still hasn't called nobody. And she has cost the taxpayers in Colorado a lot of money because police are paid with taxpayer dollars. Right? Their theories that try to paint Barry as good don't make any sense. Let's skim over this. So we're not going to see Barry Morphew as innocent anytime soon. Not in the next 7 days, because this search is going to last 6 days, and it's tomorrow, so not in the next 7 days at least. He's not going to be innocent in the next 7 days. Innocent until proven guilty, but come on, dog, come on. Innocent until proven guilty, but you're the last one seen with your wife? I understand that, but I understand innocent until proven guilty, but you were the last one seen with your wife. And we have witnesses saying you're acting very strange on Saturday. Then there's jobs that you said are supposed to have been done, or a job, and that job wasn't done. It wasn't even on the schedule, it's looking like. I mean, innocent to proven guilty, but it's looking like there's obvious guilt. Let's continue. This skim over. We please take the time to Andy is. I'm honestly sick of it. Let's concentrate on finding Suzanne. Barry is not guilty, and you're letting the real killer get away. They don't even have a theory on who the killer is, how they got in the house, this, that, and the third. I'm honestly sick of it. All this time blaming her husband. Can we please take the time that Andy is searching all the people involved in prayer to find them, blah, blah, blah. They claim she could have possibly been abducted by someone driving by. Like, what? Wasn't the bike a plant? Wasn't the bike a plant? Nobody saw her biking. I'll continue. She goes on to talk about a trailer park. And why would there be a trailer park in close proximity to $1 million homes? But that's an RV park she's talking about. I don't get that. I don't put a trailer park next to $1 million homes. Like, don't put a trailer park 5 miles from $1 million homes or 10 miles from $1 million homes. It don't make sense. But she meant an RV park where people park their RVs. Let's continue. You see what she says at the end. Right. Somebody at an RV trailer park broke into $1 million house somehow, took Suzanne, and somehow is it seen on camera coming from that direction of the Murphy house. Right. Whatever. They have no evidence of that. The police haven't presented any evidence of that. The police present evidence that shows Mr. Murphy is the one who needs to be questioned more about where his wife is, you know. I don't trust lie detector tests at all, so I'm not going to say he needs to take a lie detector because studies show 50% of the time lie detectors are wrong, so I don't trust lie detectors. Alright, one more. Let me skim over this and I'm going to get up out of here, y'all. So, again, I'm thinking about Mass Therapist and that trip she took to the hotel talking about she smelled chlorine walking into the lobby. Come on, mass therapist. Who you trying to play? Who you trying to play? Much love for you, mass therapist. Much love for you. But come on. Nothing but love for you, but stop being crazy. Stop being crazy. Well, they should have thought of their privacy. You can read that yourself. They should have thought of their privacy before setting up a GoFundMe. Well, it's looking like he ordered Morgan and Jeff to Broomfield as an alibi. Angie Berry said he saw two people. Aubrey, really? Well, it's kind of hard to go on with your life when your wife and your mom is still missing. I mean, you get what I'm saying? Y'all get what I'm saying? It's kind of hard to go on. People do, but they still think about, like, where's my missing wife or where's my missing mom at? I never heard Morgan say Barry handed over a different phone. I never heard that. Where is this Cassidy person at? Cassidy, the other co-worker? Is he ever gonna make an appearance for us? I don't think it would matter now, but we'll see. Well, there's been no talk of a different mistress lately. There's been no talk of a different mistress lately. So those Walmart cameras, let's see what those Walmart cameras caught if that video ever comes out. Shirley is asked, who taking all these pictures? Because Plunder do have various different pictures other people don't have, but she works in media. I don't know if she retired, but she works in media, so hey, she has connections, or whatever. Why would his move his wife to Big Good? Yeah. And sometimes men move their wives away from their family to have more control. And that is true. You know, controlling husbands will move their wife away to have more control. That way if they try something or if they're abusive, there won't be no family around to come beat up their husband. That's one of the reasons. If the family care enough, they'll go beat up the husband if he beat up Suzanne. I'm just using that as an example. But that's usually why. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and finish this video out. It's been running a little long. But this has been Awkward Occurrence, Awkward Entertainment, and I will see you in the next video.
Cat two picks, cheated cards. Autistic. Sure. Not retarded. Ain't got time to hang. Forrest Gump. Slow, yes. Retarded, maybe. Braces on his legs. But he charmed the pants off next to him and he won a ping pong competition? That ain't retarded. Peter Sellers being there. Infantile, yes. Retarded, no. You went full retard, man. Never go full retard.